Dear friends, welcome to Theosophical Insights, the podcast project of the World Federation of Young Theosophists. And today we are very happy to welcome and interview the new board members of the Federation.
Hi, everyone. So here we have Leota with us, Elmer, Francis, and Merike as well. So we would like to invite you to introduce yourselves briefly. Who would like to start? Elmer.
I can really start.
Your name has been whispered.
Received. I'm Elmer. I'm 36 years old from the Netherlands. Been a member of the Theosophical Society since 2021.
All right. Maybe next we can have Leo.
Hi everyone. So my name is Leo. Ta is my last name, so you can call me just Leo. That's fine. I'm from TS Australia, and I joined TS in 2022.
Francis?
Yes. So, yeah. So I'm from the Singapore Lodge, and I joined the PS back in 2019, April or May, I think. And I've been really very grateful to have found the TS very much.
And last but not least, Merike.
Hello, my name is Merike. I'm from Estonia. I joined TS 2015, and currently I am in Adyar, where I also enjoy the work of Theosophy.
Thank you for your self-introduction. So you're the current board members, half of the current board members of the WFYT, which is the World Federation of Young Theosophists. So what is the WFYT to people who don't understand? Maybe in a short phrase or sentence, could each of you share what it's all about, and we'll move on from there.
Can start.
Merike, let's start from the end.
It is a World Federation of Young Theosophists. So we have Theosophists, and we have inside the Theosophical Society, we have a smaller group of people who are younger and who learn and inspire together to understand this quest of life, these important questions, and this is basically it. And the World Federation is helping young Theosophists to do that.
Anyone else would like to add something else? Elmer?
Sure. I think for me the federation is really about connecting with each other. There are so many young people that are looking for answers, but perhaps don't always live in the environment in which they can express that. And I think the federation really offers a safe space in which people can have that exploration, connecting with others, and support that, hopefully, that inner transformation.
I completely resonate with that too.
So I think that as a young Theosophist, at the start of my journey, it was really a very journey in the sense of a spiritual journey. It has been very lonely. very difficult to be understood, very difficult to be accepted for asking questions that most of the people has never even asked in their lives. Right. So for example, like my parents, I asked them what is a life purpose. They say I've never thought about it at all. And at the start, at the end of that lonely journey was when I found the TS. Right. So I think I remember a week before I made a wish that I could find like-minded people, like a change of my social circle, like-minded people that would have the same kind of direction that of searching for purpose that's beyond material purpose. And when I found it, it was wonderful. The lodge was wonderful. The members at Singapore Lodge is wonderful. But what makes the biggest difference was the first youth gathering that we had in Naden. And that is when like-minded people around my age was there. And we start to realize it's not just like, something that's rare, right? In the Singapore Lodge at the time, we only had like 5 to 6 or 7 youths that are active. And then we were in Naden, they were like, oh, like 20 over 30 people. And the thing is, then I started to realize it is a common thing. It's not rare. It's not something that is unthinkable or hopeless, right? There are a lot of a lot of younger people that are seriously looking for purpose instead of just having all the different kinds of phenomena stuff and stuff like that. So to me, it is a place for me to feel safe, not judged, and to be the most authentic and true version of myself, and to speak whatever or express myself in a way that I don't feel bad. I don't judge myself as well. So it's a safe space for me as the WFYT. Yes.
Thank you. And finally, Leo.
Yes, I think that, Elmer, Merike, and Francis, they already said what need to be said. So the WFYT is World Federation of Young Theosophists. And to me, it's a place for you to really see the adversity in unity. Yep.
Completely agree. Thank you.
Thank you so much for sharing. Usually, there is like a story or an experience behind our joining TS and World Federation of Young Theosophists. So Francis actually already shared a little bit about his story, about his experience. Maybe also everyone else could add something, how it happened, how it changed you, what did you pass through when finding out about the World Federation of Young Theosophists and joining it actually also. Elmer, maybe you can express something.
For sure. That's it's a good question. Yeah, I think we all have these different experiences. For me personally, I think it's been a mix of things. On the one side, I think I was always a person that was really looking for answers to deeper questions. And it's something that really that I could not let go. So for a lot of people, it might be like, well, why do you want to know the purpose of life, or who am I? I can't explain it, but I also cannot let it go. So there was this force, for the lack of a better word, that always kind of kept me going looking for answers. So I think that was a big driver for me to, partially to go through some sort of spiritual development or look into different religions, philosophy, spirituality in general, which eventually led me to the Theosophical Society. I think the other part is just personal experiences, and whether these are very difficult periods in my life that I went through that also gave a lot of lessons, a lot of life lessons, which can also change your perspective on life. Perhaps in some cases teach you some gratitude as well. Things are not always good. Perhaps that's a big life lesson in itself. It's maybe not supposed to be always good. The bad parts also show us a lot and gives us a different perspective. And the Theosophical Society, really, for me, when I found the Theosophical Society, for me, it was a bit of a breakthrough in the sense that finally I had found a community where I also, like Francis said, I really felt like I could be myself. I did not have to hide anything, really could be my authentic self, express ideas, share stories, and really being seen as a human being, that is having this experience rather than, I don't know, just another person. So yeah, for me, it's meant a lot, and it still does. So for that, I'm very grateful.
Thank you so much, Elmer. And Merike, what would you share about it?
I so much agree with what Elmer said, and last week he shared also this idea that you met somebody, but you really don't met. They're so into their phone, or they're so into their thoughts that you really don't met the other person. But when young Theosophists get together, then you actually meet the other persons, and this is wonderful, because even in everyday life, it is not like, it's hard to put in words if you have not have experience. But like Elmer also said, I also have some questions, and I was looking, but I really felt like this looking got different kind of quality after I met young Theosophists. So many things get like empowered, and I got opportunities. And like Tim Boyd once said, just keep saying yes, and then see where it goes. So I think I am more alive than a year ago and a few years back then because of young Theosophist movement. Yeah.
It is beautiful. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. Leo?
Yeah, I think that for anyone who it is the first time for them to hear about the World Federation of Young Theosophists, there may not be so much impression, but just wait until you join one youth gathering, then you would see the big difference, because whatever you hear, whatever you see is totally different from what you experience. You're going to get addicted because you're going to see people, you're going to meet people who are like-minded. And at the same time, so far, at least to my limited personal experiences, the youth gathering or the young Theosophists is the only group that I have known so far that doesn't give me a sense of separation. When you go to the youth gathering, it doesn't really matter who's you're going to talk to. you always feel the sense that you've known that person for a while and you can talk to them freely. So it's not like a common group when you go there, and then within that big group, you're going to have a little group of somebody else, another group of somebody else, another group of somebody else. This is just a whole big group, and you can just mingle with anyone at any time. And this is so far the only group that I don't see any kind of like backmouthing, gossiping, jealousy, nothing judgmental, nothing like that. It's just completely pure. So if you don't believe my words, then just join one youth gathering and you experience it yourself.
I completely support from my own experience. It is wonderful. Yes. Francis, anything else you maybe want to add to what you already expressed about your experience of joining and how it was and how it affected you?
Yes. And I think on all most of what you guys have said, I think one of the most valuable thing is that every time we meet together internationally, we bring a little bit of that back to our lodges. And that is something really beautiful as well. And even some of the older members will think, oh gosh, I wish that I was young again. Or I wish that there was something like this when I was young, you know. And it brings a smile to everyone as well when we bring it all back. Yeah, this is something I want to add. Thanks.
Well, there is something very important there because we should maybe focus on that and try to understand what changes with time. Even as TS members, are we going to also miss this experience when we are older? Even the active TS members still? What is there that changes? Maybe it's something that's worth reflecting on. Maybe not now, but yeah.
I would like to
Yes,
answer
Merike.
that.
Okay.
I very much like one time Pedro Oliveira said, he asked, what is a teaching? And people give different kinds of answers to that. But then he says, teaching is that something is shown to you and it doesn't need your respect. It doesn't need your honoring. It needs, all it needs, it is looked, what are you going to do with that experience? So if we gathered, we are experiencing something. Now it's ours to do. What we are going to do with that experience, how we are going to make it last and live longer than the young age. I think this is the main thing, to take this feeling or this gathering and I think it's worth of trying. And I think this is something where the humanity is like reaching to get this feeling constantly, what Leo was describing, that you do not have any bad mouthing, you have this togetherness, you can feel free totally with anybody. Like, I think this is like the golden age that we are aiming.
Yeah. It's like we are doing it in preparation for the future. Yeah. And I do think it's very beautiful that the WFYT allows everyone to feel themselves and to connect with people who are also on the spiritual path or who are also seeking purpose in life seriously, like all of you, like some of you have shared. And likewise, it's important to make use of what we have gained from these meetings and bring it back to our lodges, and also live out these ideals, right? So, and I can see that you have translated a lot of the insights and experiences that you've gained in the visions that you laid out in your in the election proposals. Maybe would you like to talk about your visions? For example, for Elmer, what was striking was that to you, being in the WFYT, being in the TS is like coming home. So you would like to you would like youths to also experience that, other youths. And for Leo, it's the duty and service for the greater good. So maybe you would like to share a little bit more about your visions, how you came to these visions, and also how they might have changed or how they might have served you in your service in the board.
An interesting question, Clover, because I think although many people might find the Theosophical Society in general through looking for answers, of course everyone is on a slightly different path. They have their own experiences, and they might also have their own reasons for joining, whether it is study groups, or whether it is really connecting with each other, or just having a safe space, or having a more meaningful life and contributing to something that they see value in. I think whatever the reason is, I think when people do join, so whether it is just about coming home, coming to a safe space, that over time the rest will follow. I think once people come to a gathering or join the WFYT and see with how much passion others also contribute, that often inspires others, and it's like I said, everyone is on a different path, so it doesn't mean that if it's not the right time now, that it cannot happen later. But I think there's something for everyone, and whether you're focusing on connecting now or studying now, I think it opens new doors to contributing in different ways at a later stage, or the other way around. Whether you start with contributing a lot and then realize, okay, now it's time for me to dive deeper into stronger connections, or more into the books, perhaps. Ultimately, I think these are really the core also of the Theosophical Society in general.
Thanks for that. Yeah, I feel like in the TS and the WFYT, we feel safe to explore these different paths at our own pace. So
Yeah, thank you for reminding me of my vision when I did a proposal to join WFYT. I think that before I joined TS, the word service means a lot to me, because my background, I am a Buddhist. And as a Buddhist teaching, you always need to help people. One of the ways to help people is to help them suffer in a gentle way, or make them suffer in a less suffering way, so to speak. Since I joined TS, then the word duty comes to me. That's why I brought the two words duty and service. Duty, as explained by Madame Blavatsky, is due to humanity. So it resonates a lot to me. And at the same time, I myself is humanity as well. So at the same time, it's a responsibility that I owe to myself. And in order for me to help more people, I need to work on myself. And what I'm trying to say, working on myself, which means that I need to work on my personalities, the downsides, bad characteristics. At the same time, study, maybe through meditation, and then you need to do service. So it's like study, meditation, and service. So when I joined the WFYT, my vision is really ambitious, that I really hope that anyone who call themselves a young Theosophist, they start from themselves first. to work on themselves first so they can become a better worker, a better channel for duty and service. I'm not ambitious to change the world. I'm just ambitious to hope that you guys can become better and better every day. You don't need to be the best, because when you say that you're the best, you stop growing. But if you keep saying you're getting better and better and better, there's no end. The sky is the limit. And I hope that one day, all people, young people who join WFYT, they just become better and better and better every day. So we have a world that is getting better and better and better. Yeah.
Yeah, you put it very simply and beautifully, Leo. And I hope in my heart, I'm always striving towards that perfection. And we're all a work in progress. Thank you for that very hopeful vision, and Elmer's as well. Very heartwarming. Merike and Francis?
Yes, what? I don't know what.
Oh.
Can you tell me what was my?
Okay, sorry. About your vision, maybe you could you could share more about how you came up with your. For you spoke about to you what's important in the WFYT as well as the work of the WFYT is to support, and is the support and the collaboration between youths and for youths in the TS. So maybe you want to talk a bit more about that.
Youth and between youth.
Like within your within the WFYT as well as collaboration, connection. What does that mean to you?
I feel that it have to happen. Like you always have to keep something going on. Like give possibilities and see how they are going. Like from. I remember when we had the first board and I really wanted to be there and make a difference. But the next board, I had a feeling like, even if I don't get in, it's okay, because I know I can make a change. If I have a wonderful idea, I will get the group of people together and we will make it happen. And if I get in, then I will still do the same thing. And I like that. For me, it is that you give young people possibilities to grow and to search. Like Leo says, one of our main aim in World Federation of Young Theosophists is to prepare young Theosophists for the future work, because many people in the world find Theosophy later in their life, when they have like cool down and they have more time and they feel something is missing. But it's a special thing if you find it in a young age. That means you have some reasons, like you are a little bit more ready. And in 20, 30 years, it comes a time that we are older Theosophists and we can use that time to prepare ourselves. But to prepare, we have to have experiences, proper experiences. And we often don't have them so easily, because we have so many more experienced people ahead of our lodges who are doing wonderful job. And that's why I think when the Young Theosophist movement is stepping in, it gives this platform where you can speak up, tell what is inspiring you, tell your story, share your creation with the poetry circle or some other, like if you have a great idea to make a movie or something, we can take a group of people and make it happen quickly. So this is a place where things are like a catalyst environment where things can happen. It doesn't mean everything is succeeding perfectly, but it doesn't have to succeed. You just have to try. And this is place, and what I feel, we have to try to keep it alive and let it like naturally evolve. Just give it like fundament to be alive. And I think this is our purpose here.
Yeah, thank you, Merike. I totally agree with that. And I feel like the WFYT as a catalyst for our growth, for the work to be able to work for the theosophical work more effectively is so true. I didn't think of that much, but yeah, it's so true. Francis?
What was my I've used it
Basically,
twice.
the question is, why do you do what you do? I think that's basically the message. But it was
Okay.
light on the path of self-realization and spiritual development. That was the formula that you used.
Okay. I think for now, I think over the past few months, I give it a lot of thought, right? You know, the thing is, I think I think service is one of the key, one of the most important thing. But I think the question here is, how do we actually find people who wants to serve from the most, like, as the very, very, very deep motivation? It's not just like at a spur of a moment or impulse, or just like, oh, you know, I want to do this because it's so cool. I think one of the answer here is that we could help other young members experience the value and benefits and transformation that we have experienced ourselves, right? Make it so profound to the point that they not only want to tell their friends about it, they would actually give their time, resources to help maintain or even grow this movement. It's not just the WFYT, right? It has to be something that they have, like, every one of us will benefit, and we know that we will hold on to it for the rest of our lives, which actually answers a little bit to what Swe was asking before. Like, what would be the difference? Like, what difference will we have, or what changes after we transit from the young members to the not young members? Don't want to use the word old here, but I think the difference is not that much. It's mostly just the demographics. And of course, it is important for us to transit because we could hold on and work with the relationships, the bond that we have built and created when we were younger. And then because of that bond and trust, we form a stronger, we can work in a way that has more trust, more aligned values as well, because we truly know what theosophy is. And so my personal take is to make theosophy, or the TS and the lodges, more accessible, easier to find. Let people that comes across the TS or theosophy knows that it still exists. I think there are some members that mentioned that, you know, it feels like it's a very old society that ceased to exist, right? We want it to be accessible. The TS exists, and hopefully everyone can have a taste of that transformation, very, very precious spiritual upliftment from theosophy. I think that's one of the top for me personally. Thanks.
Yeah, I think anyone can sense that from what you wrote in your vision, that you were so powerfully transformed, and still the transformation is still ongoing, and you would like to making it Theosophy accessible would allow others to experience the same, and very encouraged that we are to have this responsibility as young Theosophists now to change or help transform the WFYT for the better, for the next generation of youths in the TS. Yeah, thank you.
We would like to ask you about the actual works that you have been doing. So maybe you could share a little bit about the main projects, maybe not all of them, something that is important and inspiring that is going on. We know the Golden Stairs project that is online, the poetry exchange. So what else? What else? Well, of course, the actual gathering that is going to happen soon. So what is inspiring? What are you working on? And maybe what are your plans? Leo, maybe we can start with you this time.
It's just about young Theosophists, right? Not TS work in general.
Yes, WFYT.
WFYT. I think that for WFYT, we are very lucky because we have a lot of dedicated young Theosophists to help us with the projects. So I think that right now, beside all the online programs that you guys can find through the newsletter, I think that every month you will receive newsletter from the WFYT. So every single Sunday of the month, we have programs for you. And besides these Sunday programs, which include the study group, poetry evening, workshops, Indo-Pacific online youth gathering for the first Sunday of the month. Besides all the online programs and stuff like that, I think personally, Merike is still having her own children book projects and the river cleaning projects. And at the same time, Francis has been helping me, he has been contributing quite a lot for Theosophy and Science in Sydney, Blavatsky Lodge. So he has been giving Theosophy and Science workshops at Blavatsky Lodge, and we want to bring it online as well, so people from around the world, they can join it. And I think it's an excellent, Theosophy and Science series that Francis has built. It's a 7 episodes from atom to spirits. It talks about fourth dimension. It talks about quantum physics and occult chemistry. A lot of interesting stuff in there. And then I think that Nicoletta, one of our young Theosophists, she was the mind master behind the Blue Zone project in Adyar. Not so many people know about this, but I think that we owe her a thank you because she was actually the one who initiated this one. And for myself, I'm still doing the Food for Soul project. We do the fundraising to get money to help children in Occult Memorial School. And I have been in touch with TOS in Philippines to expand the project into Philippines as well with the Golden School. So, and we have another young Theosophist, Gerald from Singapore, that he volunteered to give a 9 episodes, a series of 9 episodes, Living with the Sages, that he was inspired from the School of Wisdom in Adyar. And I do believe that each one of you here, as a young Theosophist, you have a lot of projects, but you never tell us what it is. So to my understanding and knowledge, every single young Theosophist that I've known and been in touch with, they are doing something quietly. And this is actually altruistic service. And I have to bow down to them. So in the future, WFYT, what we want to do in the World Congress July 2025, we're going to have workshops to spread awareness about the young Theosophist movements. So hopefully we can get more support internationally and locally. And then I think that regionally in Australia, because I'm the National Youth Coordinator in Australia, I'm trying to build the bridge between young Theosophists in New Zealand and Australia and Indo-Pacific region, Philippines, Singapore, and hopefully India. So we can have hopefully maybe one day Indo-Pacific youth gathering. So it's more accessible for people in Indo-Pacific region. So this is just a few projects that we are doing right now. And I know that, Elmer, Merike, and Francis, and even you, Clover and Sweats, please share with us if you have any projects.
Yeah, I think you're so right in saying that everyone is like kind of driven to do something, right? And thank you for doing so much already. Oh, Elmer, please.
It sounds like a lot of work, but it's beautiful, right? It's a creative expression in theosophical work. Beautiful. Elmer, please.
I just wanted to add to Leo. There's a lot of a lot of activities that we organize and that people see come by. We're also still a very young organization. I mean, we're the second board of the World Federation of Young Theosophists. So there's still also a lot of work to do for us in the background on almost that I want to use the word professionalize the organization. It's we want to grow, and with that also becomes or with that also comes a certain management of members. So really perhaps for a lot of people the boring admin stuff, but that's just as important to ensure that we're a solid foundation that is set up for the future as well. So there's always a lot of work going on in the background as well that is not really visible, but to ensure that we continue to exist also as an organization.
Thank you so much, and Merike.
I don't really think I have anything to add to what is already been said.
You're already thinking about the poetry project, which is today, right?
Quite a project, yes, and yeah.
We're
Francis?
also
Yes.
interested in finding out how you kind of plan these projects, who decided on what,
When I saw like how people are doing things, and I saw how like and I wish to be part of it, and this is like you give out possibilities for many, and maybe 10% of it comes something. It's like I very much like the story about Blavatsky, who is going in a train, and he has small pouch with her, and it contains seeds. So every once in a while, when he sees a good place, he puts her hand out of the window and drops some seeds. And I think this is also the work what we are doing. We are giving possibilities, and maybe some of it went to grow, some of it comes out of it, but you just keep giving possibilities. Like I said, like anybody who wants to share the poems, and few people are sharing, but what comes together are always so wonderful. Like it was meant to be just like it is. Or if we are preparing for the mini panel talk, like you ask 3 people, or you ask many people, but finally there's 3 people who are properly prepared, and then you look how nicely what they are saying goes together, how they are different like aspects of this one story, like and you think like there must be like something like behind it. It just doesn't happen on its own. There's some kind of like why is engineering in the background happening? But what is I consider my work is just give the possibilities out, and just give and give, and let's see what comes out. It's more like a creative process in that sense.
And Francis, maybe something to add?
Yes. So I think initially we might have thought that we have too much programs, the online programs.
Now you know it for sure.
Ah,
No.
but I think all the programs of Sundays are very crucial to. It's just like creating recreate a little bit of the gatherings
Mhm.
online, and we split it up throughout the whole year, every Sunday. So we are still able to maintain the space, the space of non-judgment, the space of feeling safe, and the feeling of safe to be authentic, to be ourselves. And on top of that, also discussing about philosophical ideas, right? I don't want to use birds, but it's just two stones. I don't want to hurt any birds, but it's it 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 it, it fulfills two different things at once. And on top of that, I think it's not just like the children's book. It's not just about uh like food for soul. I think even Merike was also doing or organizing the cleanups, right? For the river in Adia. There's so much more. And on top of that, I think I did mention before during the last uh international convention that there is actually a sort of like a technical or technical assistant project or something along the line. So this one is actually still going in the background. I'm working with another youth as well. We are learning how to actually build websites properly. It's not just putting it and then forget about it. We want to make it such that the website actually serves its purpose. Like it can be found in a technical sense, and that also contributes to the idea or the purpose or the objective of making theosophy or the lodges more accessible. That means we have the presence online, and then you will know, or anyone will know, if the lodges of there if there is any lodge or groups that are near them physically, right? So all this and on top of that, also setting up of Facebook groups and stuff like that. But that is more like after. So it's still in the background. I actually haven't updated any one of you about this as well, but it's moving slowly, but it is moving at least. Yeah, so we could help lodges that doesn't have any funds, resources to actually have online presence. I think that's one of the key. We're putting aside like having social media, posting and all this, but we need to have at least a presence first. Searchable, we can find it. Yeah, so this is also, I think it's more or less what I can add on to this. Thanks.
Yeah, and I just want to add one more thing, that with all the projects that we're doing right now, at least for me, we're trying to be mindful of our time and resources, because we're not going to do any project just for the sake of having a project. It needs to serve the purpose. And at the same time, it shouldn't waste people's time and waste people's resources. Otherwise, we are wasting so much resources to do something for nothing at all. So I think this is the principle that, I think at least every young theosophist, they do understand this principle. So with this principle, they can balance their work and life, and they can balance their work and life and TS work at the same time.
It is essential. It is an art.
Yeah, totally. Thank you for all your contributions so far. Like everyone is so dedicated and enthusiastic, and level-headed, practical at the same time. I feel like it's a perfect combination of arts and sciences, the mystical and the occult. So I'm really glad to be part of the WFYT. Really enjoying the program so far. So we're nearing the end of our interview. So we would just like you to use 3 words to describe another member that's here with us. So just 3 words. And maybe we could go down my direction clockwise. So Elmer, can you use 3 words to describe Francis?
3 words to describe Francis. Oof. Okay. I think Francis is very inspiring. I think Francis has a lot of love to give. And Francis is a very hard worker. I think these are 3 inspiring, loving, hardworking. Yeah, these are words that come up in me when I think of Francis.
Lovely. And Francis to Merike.
I think Merike, the first thing that came to me, the first word is thoughtful. Maybe I want to cheat a little bit. I want to have 2 words for the first word. Thoughtful and caring. And loving. Thoughtful and loving. I think this is okay, first word. The second word is I think Merike is very creative. Very yeah, I think creative is the second word. Creative is a good one. Yes. And the third one is I think spiritually passionate. I think that's I cheat again is 5 words. I think it's spiritually passionate. Yes. And inspiring as well. I think.
Spiritually cheating and taking liberties. We can always have more than 3 words to describe. So, and Merike to Leo.
Leo. This is why I also love to call her Leota, but Leo, I think Leo has like a super big heart. But one thing I really admire about her that she has this down-to-earth quality. I cannot put it in 1 word, but it's like to the point, and then things get done. And also, I so much like how much she put emphasis on details, like when we were doing magazine together, and I see how she put everything together and make a wonderful design. I'm really looking forward to the world to see also it one day. And I know I'm so very blessed to be worked with her. And I hope even if one day we are out of this young Theosophist group, we will gonna work together on many things.
Thank you. Yeah, that's very inspiring. That's something that's very inspiring about Leo as well. Gets things done very well. Now, Leo, about Elmer.
The first word, brother, is a relationship between me and Elmer. brother, maybe spiritual brother, or just brother. The second word is tender. His biggest characteristic to me, very tender. And the last word is lover. If there's a role for him to play in this world, it's a role of lover.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
It's very beautiful. Thank you for sharing. We really should close our session. Maybe if you have a minute to share just one sentence, your message for the young Theosophists, and then we will let you go. Anyone who has something to express, please just jump in.
Come join us. What are you waiting for? What's keeping you? Come
Dare
and
to try.
join one of our gatherings
Very good.
and feel it for yourself.
Dare to try. This is like the
Dare
most
to
important
try.
thing.
If you want inner peace, true inner peace, join the TS and us.
Wonderful.
Yeah, the last one is a very positive message for you on behalf of Annie Besants, because this is written by Annie Besants. A note on her deathbed: endure to the end. So don't be afraid of suffering. Have courage to face your karma.
And I'm happily subscribing by all that you said. Thank you so much. It's been wonderful, and we are looking forward to more work together and more happy meetings. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night, good day, and good afternoon.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
I remember that is from what's the guy's name? The show, Jim Carrey show.
Oh, good morning,
Good day. In case I don't see you. Good day, good morning, good day, and good night. Good afternoon and good night.
Very Buddhist. Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thank you. See you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you for being with us and watching this episode of Theosophical Insights. We hope that you've enjoyed it as much as we have. Stay tuned for the second part of the interview, where we will meet the rest of the wonderful team, the board members of our Youth Federation. If you've liked this program, please remember to tick the like button and subscribe to our channels. You can also visit the website of the World Federation of Young Theosophists, WFYT.org, to find out more about all the projects that we are doing. We are available on all podcast streaming platforms, as well as on YouTube. Take care and hope to see you soon.